Hey, welcome back. This is Bo and I'm Dennis, and we want to welcome you to Luke 2:52. And man, we got some great news. God's just been blessing us in these early stages of getting this thing going. And, we have an opportunity with Dual Threat here in Leesburg, Georgia. And June the 25th, Bo, we're going to have our first session at Dual Threat, 7 o'clock
p.m.
On Monday evening. And what we want to do is just really get to know you, and we're going to have an encouraging word, and then we're going to have a workout that Bo's going to put you through.
That's an open gym, so everybody can come to that. We encourage everybody that's watching, that's in the area, that'd be interested in just having some time of fellowship. And we'll have a workout that's not bad at all. We're not going to crush anybody.
You can make it as easy or as hard as you want, really.
It's going to be scalable. Yes, absolutely.
Hey, but we'd love to get to know you, and just kind of, we're going to share Monday night our passion and what God has put on our heart. So hopefully we'll see you there. One of the things we want to start doing here over the next couple of weeks, talking about our growing spiritually, is there's a book that has meant a lot to me, and it's called Hearing God by Peter Lord. He was a pastor down in Titusville, Florida for about 30-something years, and he has wrote a couple of books, and it's just really has changed my life. And the whole book is really talking about what a difference hearing God makes in our lives. And there's a word, a churchy word out there. It's called fellowship, and pretty much fellowship is communicating, and it's talking and listening. And those things are very important in life, especially when it comes to your relationship with God. But my question is, I want you to kind of think about this here tonight, is this: how much time do you actually listen to God? And Bo, I don't know about you, but one of my favorite people ever that has ever been is a guy named Billy Graham. He just passed away.
Yeah, absolutely.
A godly man, preached the word like crazy. And he was really, if I could meet anybody when he was alive, it would have been him. Now just imagine if he came to my house, I'd probably be falling out. But if he knocked on my door and he came in, and I sat him down, gave him some sweet tea or whatever.
Sweet tea, yeah.
That's good stuff. But all I did for a whole hour was talk about my life, talk about what I know about the Word, or really what's going on in the world. And then at the end of that hour, I sit down and go, okay, it was good seeing you, talking with you. We'll talk to you later. Would that make any sense? Would that make any sense?
Crazy.
It'd be crazy. And it's just the same way with God. So many times we sit down, and when we do have time to pray or we talk to God, we talk and we talk and we talk, and we really don't listen. There's one of the things over the next couple of weeks we're going to dive into, and there's two things that you need to hear God a whole lot better. And the first thing is a pure heart. And we're going to go and talk more about that. But also the second thing is a listening ear. And that sounds so simple, but there's a lot there to it. So this week we're going to challenge you to take that time to listen to God. But we're going to get Bo to talk about a lot of things when it comes to working out. Yeah. A lot of times we like to work on our strength. If you're strong on the bench, you like to bench all the time. And you never work on your weakness.
Yeah, weaknesses. Now, Dennis and I work out every Monday and Thursday, and when we work out together, we just train on flexibility and strength cardio. But the key thing, we both have different weaknesses. Yeah. I'm more of a cardio gymnastics type, speed trainer. Dennis is more of a powered strength, and it shows in our natural abilities. But the key thing for us to do is focus on weaknesses. And one thing Dennis is going to be focusing on is
cardio.
So, cardio is key. Now, one thing that may be a little bit confusing is cardio is not for weight loss. Some people say, well, I want to start doing my cardio. Yeah. And sure, if you walk for an hour, you can burn off 200 calories. But what does it take to eat 200 calories? I know when I get a monster thick burger from Hardee's and a large fry and a big sweet tea, I'm talking about 2,200. I think I had one this week. I'm talking about 2,200 calories. So I got to walk for 10 or 11 hours to cover that. So the main thing is cardio is not for weight loss.
Yeah.
Cardio is for increase in your heart rate and blood circulation. Now, that's just going to improve the quality of your life and the quality of your aging, and that's what we're focusing on. We're going to try to age, have a quality aging. As we get older, we want to have a good experience as we age. We want to kind of still be able to do
the
things.
less those hearty burgers that you're going to eat, right?
Well, you don't want to deprive yourself of everything.
Yeah.
But you gotta eat good. So the thing is, cardio. If you think about cardio, the most basic and probably the best cardio for you is swimming. By far, if you have a pool and you can get 30 minutes of swimming every day, that's going to be the best cardio. Flexibility, strength, coordination, movement, full body workout. By far, swimming is number one exercise you can do.
Yeah, and I remember growing up though, Bo. It's like when we went to swim, and it was from a couple of hours, and by the end of that day, I remember I was totally just gone.
Yeah, it's going to be core, arm, shoulder.
Yeah.
You'll work total body. Swimming is going to be by far. Now, next in that scale would be walking. I don't know. You know some walkers in your life. You got a good example of a walker?
Oh yeah, man. My father-in-law, he is now right at 90 years old. And he was one of those guys, he just doesn't walk. Everywhere he goes, if we were just going to the mall, if we were going on a trip or somewhere, he was like super fast-paced. I mean, he took the big strides.
Stride walker.
And he did that his whole life. And I think that's why he lived, and he's still living a pretty healthy life.
We say around 90 or be moving into his 90s soon, if not. Well, and moving on from there, probably the dancers are the next cardio group. Dancers, so ballet dancers. I got my mother-in-law was a dancer. She's a square dancer. She's still she's doing okay. She's in her 90s. She danced pretty steady, 3 or 4 nights a week up into her 80s. And I believe if she had a solid dance partner that could have stayed with her as she aged, she would be doing better today. But she's 92. And she's an example of a solid athlete. So both your father-in-law and my wife's grandmother, solid athletes. You think about athletes that can train and that can work out, and then they can make it into their 90s. I mean, that's really should be our goal, to have a good quality life until the end. There's kind of always, we're always going to drop off. Now, with Dennis and I, our training program, we're moving on into the high-intensity interval training. That's a little bit more progressive. And then right now we're doing kind of a strength cardio. It's a little bit of a tough, especially when it's 95 degrees in the summer here.
It's been tough.
Yeah, it's a little tough. But, you just got to pace yourself, and you do the best you can.
And that's what we're going to jump right into, and because that is such a hard workout, but it's it pays big dividends.
It is,
But that's what we're looking for, is doing that, but also that ties back into wanting to be our best in 5 years. Setting those goals, and determining in your mind to say, I'm going to get better. And there's an old saying that I kind of wrote on the board there, and it says, change happens when pain of staying the same is greater than the pain of change. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for that change. We're looking for that.
How long have we been training together?
It's been about 3 years, 3.5 years, something like that.
And definitely we can see that we've progressed over those 3.5 years. Now we're going to set new goals for our next 5. And we'll be, presenting them to you in the short term here. And anyway, go ahead.
It's just like, really, when change sometimes hurts.
Yeah.
I mean, that first workout that I had with you, it hurt. It was bad. It was ugly. But that's what it takes sometimes. And sometimes it takes drastic actions. Really, and we talked about this. One of the roughest things to give up for me was potato chips.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get a Dorito, if you get those barbecue potato chips, not the baked Lay's, but the regular, I mean, those were hard, but I had to actually go into the cabinet take those things out
like,
and
yeah.
throw them away.
I like the Doritos.
For some, hey, not only potato chips, but it's the soft drinks. I'm going to mention different soft drinks or anything, but the sugar, and you'll be surprised how much sugar. So it does take drastic action sometimes, but also it takes a steady progression.
I'm going to talk about sugar and soft drinks and tea on a later episode. I've been struggling with that. But anyway, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that as we go along.
But it's the key, I think, in all of this is being consistent.
Yeah.
And really just programming your mind, saying slow and steady.
Yeah.
And keep pressing on.
Moving in the right direction.
But I think too, really, when you begin to stay with it and you begin to progress in your goals and getting healthy and having better relationships and all this kind of stuff, you got to enjoy the momentum. Really,
right.
When somebody says, "Man, you're looking good," don't sit there and go, "Oh no," say, "You know what?
Thank you.
I'm feeling good. Thank you. I appreciate
Thank you.
that."
I feel better than I felt in a long time,
So,
and I'm working hard, and it's paying off.
Yeah. And then we want to kind of close on the relationship part, and one of the most important relationships in the world is the husband and wife.
Right.
And so, Bo, what you got on that?
We've both been married a long time. We're 30 plus guys, and
I'm proud of it.
You learn a few things along the way, and I think one of the most important things for me in my relationship with my wife is I have to treat her, very specially. And the main thing to do that, I have to listen to her. And she needs a hero, and she needs a rock, and she needs somebody that'll take care of things that she can't do. And maybe not that she can't do, but, it's a partnership. She does a lot of things for me. And if she says, I need you to trim the hedge along the front because I'm having some people over Saturday, I ask her, I want to make sure that I understand the task. Then we want to start with this hedge right here, and I want to make sure I'm clear, but I'm going to make that happen. And if she says, listen, I need to get my truck fixed, I'm going to make sure we get the truck fixed. Now, she's going to say a lot of things, and she's going to give me a long laundry list, but I'm going to focus on just the one thing that she wants me to do, and that's going to be the one important thing. And in the end, she's going to appreciate that. But you got to be clear that you understand what the one thing is that she needs you to do. And anyway, what are your thoughts? It's just like
hearing God. You look at it and say, how much time do we need to spend more time hearing God? Well, guys, sometimes we got to hear our wife and really understand what they're saying. So with all that, I know we threw a lot at you this week, but we got a lot on our hearts. But we want you to really just check out Luke252.net. And we're working on that process. And I promise you, it's going to get better and better.
Our website is getting better.
It's getting
we got a lot of work to do on it. We're going to have a lot of information on there eventually. It'll be relationships, health, nutrition, all our sessions, our challenges. And we need you to share. We need you to communicate. We need you to get together with your friends and find some people that would like to join in with us.
Yeah. Hey, check out our new shirts, and we'll see you next Monday, June 25th, when we talk more about the shirts later. All right, see y'all. Bye.